Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Commitment Field on the campus of Oklahoma Bible Academy in Enid, Oklahoma for tonight's Class B Round 2 State Tournament. 8-man football at its best here tonight as your 11-0 OBA Trojans take on the 7-3 Waurika Eagles. Just had the coin toss here with about a minute to go before kickoff. The Trojans won the toss and elected to receive right off the bat. Here on this cold evening here in Enid, there is no wind blowing. The flags are sitting still on the flagpoles in the south end zone. As here come both teams onto the field, as you see the Trojans taking the field wearing the all black. 29 degrees here in Enid. No wind or precipitation here on the Southern Plains tonight. Waurika wearing the all white with maroon numerals and helmet. Trojans in the all black with white numbers on the uniforms. Ready for some playoff football tonight here in Enid. Waurika coming off a first-round win, taking on Southwest Covenant last week, coming off a win, a 42-24 victory over the Southwest Covenant Patriots. Your Trojans coming in at 11-0 last week. First-round victory over Balco Forgan, 64-22, the final score of that one. The only common opponent for these two teams is that same Southwest Covenant team that Waurika played last week in the first round of the playoffs. Waurika, as I stated earlier, beat them 42-24 last week. OBA Trojans and Southwest Covenant met head-to-head in the second week of the season, with OBA coming out victorious 48-20 in that matchup. So I guess if you're comparing opponents, that's the only like opponent. Southwest Covenant and the Trojans would have a slight advantage based on that, but that means nothing. That game was over a month ago down in Yukon. So Waurika prepares to kick off to the Trojans. They will be heading out of the south end zone. Number 50, Rodrigo Carrillo, to kick off for the Eagles. Judd Cheatham deep for the Trojans, and we are underway. Second round of the playoffs. Cheatham fields it about the 20-yard line up to the 25, across to the 30-yard line. Cuts it inside, finds a gap, tries to bust it outside, still on his feet across the 40, 45, 50, 55. He could go all the way. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Judd Cheatham. No flags on a flag comes out after the play is over. A flag comes flying in well after the play is over. Cheatham with a spectacular return. Flag came flying in from around midfield as Cheatham was crossing the goal line. Personal foul. The touchdown is good. They're calling it after the play. Personal foul on the Trojans. Illegal block. So the touchdown stands. The amazing opening kickoff touchdown run by Judd Cheatham will stand. The penalty came after the play. So the Trojans will go for two. A flag comes out, stops play, so that'll be a false start. Offsides against the Eagles, so that'll move it half the distance to the goal line. Push them a little bit closer. Amazing start for the Trojans. Opening kickoff, goes the distance. Judd Cheatham. Two-point conversion. Cheatham now to the near side. Has Easton blocking on the edge. He gets there. The extra point is good, so that'll make it your Trojans 8. The Eagles 0. 15 seconds into the game, and the Trojans are up 8-0. Great start for OBA. Despite the kind of loss of composure there by the Trojans after the play, so that will be assessed on the kickoff. Generally, Harry Nunez is a threat to put a kickoff into the end zone. But the special teams will have to be on their toes this time because the Trojans are going to be kicking from deep in their own territory. And Waurika should start off with pretty good field position. Not a smart play that could have cost the team 8 points there, but it was thrown after the touchdown had been scored. So the 8 points stay on the board. Kind of taints an amazing start to the game with that flag. Energy just exploded in the stadium, and then the flag came flying in, and everyone just kind of held their breath. Nothing happened. And so while that's a big momentum builder for the Trojans, the penalty after the play really kind of took some of the energy out of the play. That would have been a great momentum builder, but now it just feels like just another play here in the stadium. So Harry Nunez will tee up the ball for the kickoff. Two Eagles deep to return, and by deep, that's not really that deep. They're standing on the 30-yard line, where normally they'd be on the 5 or the 10. They're now standing on the 30. Harry Nunez will kick off from his own 25. Trent Ariano is deep for the Eagles along with number 3, Jake Smart. So there's the kick. This will be fielded at the 20 by Smart. Out across the 30, 35. Now he gets the edge and tripped up just outside the 50-yard line. So the Eagles will start with great field position at about the 47-yard line. First down, Waurika Eagles. Coached by head coach Joe Allen. The Eagles come into the playoffs with a 7-3 record. They are 1-3 against ranked opponents, but 3-2 against opponents that are still active in the Class B playoffs. So receiver wide here to the near side. Isaac Camarillo. There's the snap. It's going to be about a 2-yard gain for the Eagles. Jake Smart on the carry. Trayton Torres in there at quarterback. Smart at the running back. In talking with the OBA coaching staff this week, the Eagles are a run-heavy team. They run about 70% of the time, according to the scouting report. Jake Colby with his first tackle on the night. Expect that to be the first of many from the senior defensive end. Option play coming to the near side. Pitch out. Caleb Mendoza, the cornerback, steps in there, breaks up the play, and then Jake Colby finishes it up. Jake Smart with the carry. That'll make it 3rd and about 6. 2-yard gain there for Waurika. Trayton Torres getting the signal in from the Waurika bench. Two separate huddles there. Kind of the offensive line gets their signals, and then the skill players stay in the huddle and continue to talk for a moment. It's going to be the first pass play of the game. It's going to be a scramble. He's going to keep it. Looks like a designed kind of quarterback scramble. Forced out of bounds, going to be really close to the marker. Not sure where that's going to end up. Trayton Torres dropped back to pass and didn't even kind of go through a progression. Didn't even look at his receivers. He immediately just kind of tucked it and started running. So I don't know if that was a designed quarterback run or he just didn't like what he saw in the brief look he took. So it's going to be 4th and about 1.5 here for the Waurika Eagles, and the Trojan defense has their first opportunity to make a stand here early in the ball game. 10:23 to go here in the first quarter. A lot's happened in a minute and a half to start the game. So Torres takes the snap, immediately hands it broken in the backfield. The Trojans are in the backfield. He was on the running back before the running back had the ball. I think that was Ian Easton into the backfield. Number 12 just came flying in, made contact with the running back Smart before Smart ever even had the ball. So awesome first stand there for the Trojan defense. Just a delightful play from the junior Ian Easton, number 12. First down OBA. Nice rebound after the nice special teams field position start for Waurika. The Trojan defense makes a stand on the first possession of the game and stops them cold. So quarterback Bodie Boyson and the Trojan offense will take the field for the first time. It's going to be a handoff to Cheatham as he sweeps around the edge. He has a couple of blockers trying to get to the sideline. Gets the edge and is forced out of bounds. Another flag comes flying in late. Again, this flag came from way downfield, far away from the play. As the officials deliberate, no signal. Block in the back is the signal on the Trojans downfield, so that'll nullify a first down run from Cheatham. The Trojans have to clean up these penalty issues. They've had one play on offense and one special teams play, and both of them have produced penalties. Not a good start there. So it'll be first and about 17 for the Trojans. Ian Easton in the backfield, Judd Cheatham in the slot. No receivers out wide. Tight formation for the Trojans. Cheatham comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Easton up the middle. He has room to run. He gets the penalty yardage back, and then his positive yardage from the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 9. About an 8-yard gain there for Ian Easton. Handoff up the middle. Obviously, Judd Cheatham's going to draw a lot of attention from the Waurika offense. The leading rusher for the Trojans. Averages about 10 yards per carry. He's got 1,270 yards rushing this year. So obviously number 10 gets a lot of attention from opposing defenses, which opens up lanes for number 12, Ian Easton. Harry Nunez wide to the left. Judd Cheatham wide to the right. Mendoza in the slot coming in motion. Boyson takes the snap. He's looking downfield right away. Buying time in the pocket. He's going to scramble forward. It's going to be back to the line of scrimmage. No loss, no gain. We're going to be pretty much right where the line of scrimmage was. The pocket broke down. Buddy Boyson, the senior quarterback, does a really good job of buying time. He climbs the ladder up the pocket and buys time for his receivers. But that time the Waurika Eagles were up to the task and closed the pocket down on the senior quarterback for the Trojans. So that'll make it 3rd and about 8.5. Boyson actually got maybe a yard on that, maybe a half a yard. Another tight formation. Cheatham in the slot on the near side of the field, going in motion. Handoff to Cheatham as he attempts to get wide. Ian Easton out in front blocking. Cheatham meets resistance after only about a yard, so that's not going to be near enough for the first down. He might have got 1 yard on that play as the Waurika defense was ready for that play that we see often from the Trojans. 4th and 7. Small gain there for Cheatham. Probably 4-down territory for the Trojan offense. They don't punt very often. 8:11 to go here in the first quarter. Mendoza coming on from the sideline. Ian Easton heading to the sideline, subbing out for Caleb Mendoza. Trojans indeed do line up with their offensive formation. We've got Harry Nunez wide to the near side, Jake Colby in the slot, Caleb Mendoza on the far side. And a flag immediately thrown as the play starts. And a false start from the Trojans. So that'll push back that 5 yards, hard-earned 5 yards by the Trojan offense, and make it 4th and 11 now instead of 4th and 5. 4th and 4. More subs in there. Looks like the Trojans are going to punt it away at this point as Boydston is deep. Smart deep for the Eagles. Snap goes to Boydston as he kicks it away. Nice high spiral punt. Pushes Smart deep, and then it takes a Trojan bounce inside the 20, down at about the 16-yard line. So nice flip of the field there. We don't see the punt team very often for OBA, but very effective special teams play there for the Trojans. With 7:21 to go here in the first period, we'll see the Waurika Eagle offense on the field for the second time. Last time it was a 4-and-out for the Eagles as the Trojan defense held firm. OBA Trojans 8, Waurika Eagles 0, midway through the first period. As we stated earlier, Waurika known as primarily a running team. They leave the ball on the ground most of the time. The number I was given was approximately 70% of the time they're going to run the ball. Quarterback keeper, turned back inside. Corbin Burrow, shifty run there from the quarterback, so it's going to be about a 7-yard gain there. Nice run there from Trayton Torres. Design quarterback keeper. Torres comes up limping just slightly. It's going to be 2nd and about 3 for the Eagles. Corbin Burrow held the edge and didn't let Torres get outside, but he turned upfield and was just shifty, and the Trojans couldn't bring him down until he'd gained 7 yards. So 2nd and 7. Smart coming in motion. They'll hand it off to him as he comes across the formation. They're stringing out the play, and Harry Nunez in the backfield makes the tackle. It's going to be right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a tackle for loss, but definitely not positive yardage. So that'll make it 3rd and 3. Nice play there from the Trojan defense, just stringing out that play, not letting Smart have the edge there. So 3rd and 3 for the Waurika Eagles. Scoreboard says 3rd and 4, so we'll call it 3.5. Receivers wide on both sides. Smart in the backfield with Torres. Smart now comes in motion across the formation into the slot. Hard count there from Waurika, trying to get the OBA defense to jump off sides, trying to get a cheap, easy first down. It does not work, and they call a timeout as the play clock runs down. So we'll take our first break of the evening. It's OBA 8, Waurika 0. We'll be back here on OBATrojans.tv. Welcome back to Commitment Field on the campus of Oklahoma Bible Academy. Oklahoma Bible Academy Trojans 8, Waurika Eagles 0 during this timeout on the field. Big thank you to our title sponsor tonight, Jansen GMC, for footing the bill to stream this game live for all you folks could listen to it and watch from home. It is a cold night here on the Southern Plains, 28 degrees here at game time in Enid, Oklahoma. Winter has arrived as the Eagle offense comes to the line. The Trojan defense will see if they're up to the task. Once again, 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. Torres takes the snap. It's going to be a rollout to the near side. They string it inside. Stood up. It's going to be close. He probably got about 2 yards. He needed 4, so it's going to be 4th and 2 for Waurika. Positive yardage there on the run, but not quite enough. So it's going to be 4th and short again. This is the second time Waurika's been in this situation. This time they're deep in their own territory. Let's see if they go for 4th down here deep in their own territory. It doesn't look like it, as Smart is back to punt. Judge Cheatham will be deep for the Trojans. Snaps over his head into the end zone. It's a jailbreak. Corbin Burrell chasing after. Smart's just going to down in the end zone. Safety, Trojans. So 2 points for OBA, making your score 10-0. The snap got over Smart's head, and that just opened everything up. The ball landed at about the 1-yard line, trickled into the end zone. By the time Smart got there, Corbin Burrow was in hot pursuit, so Smart didn't try and scoop it up or make something incredible happen. He just fell on it, and it's down in the end zone. 2 points, Trojans, with 5:22 to go here in the first period. OBA would like to give a big thank you to our corporate sponsors. Without our corporate sponsors, the athletic program at OBA would not be able to function as it does. OBA is not a pay-for-play school like many private schools. You don't have to pay extra fees in order to play athletics here at OBA. All of our athletics are funded through the generous gifts from our corporate sponsors. Corporate sponsors, thank you very much. I'd like to thank our corporate sponsor, No Man's Land Beef Jerky, right here in Enid. If you're ever at a store and need some good beef jerky, pick up some No Man's Land and support our corporate sponsors. Also sponsoring the Trojans this year is Interbank, Northwest Oklahoma Interbank. If you have banking needs, loans, or accounts, see our friends at Interbank and thank them for supporting Trojan athletics. So Waurika will now have to kick away. They choose to tee the ball up, and they're going to kick off instead of punting. So their kicker is Rodrigo Carrillo. He's a senior, but that is placed on the 20-yard line, so the Trojans figure to have decent field position here. Curious if they kick off to Cheatham, but they do. They kick it deep. It hits the ground at about the 40, and it will bounce out of bounds, which will obviously be a penalty, and that'll push the ball upfield even farther. So the Trojan offense back on the field with 5:22 to go here in the first period. Not a great opening drive for the Trojans. Had several plays that might have had better results, but Judge Cheatham had a first down run that was nullified by a penalty, and then a false start nullified a play before it ever got going, forced the Trojans to punt on their first possession, which does not happen very often to these OBA Trojans. So with the kickoff going out of bounds, that'll push the Trojans into Eagle territory, and the drive will start at the Eagle 45. So excellent field position for the Trojans. 10-0, 5:22 to go here in the first period. Trojans moving from north to south here at Commitment Field. Boydson standing tall in the shotgun formation, 2 running backs in the backfield with him. It's going to be a handoff to Cheatham, and there's 2 Waurika Eagles right there to meet him. Cheatham somehow gets back to the line of scrimmage, so that'll be no gain. The Waurika defense is really keyed in on number 10 for the Trojans, making it 2nd and 10. No gain, no loss on that one. Boydson brings in the play from Coach Chris Kayott and the Trojan coaching staff. Harrison Crow, the center for the Trojans. We got 2 receivers wide to the far side of the field. Jake Colby in the slot and Ian Easton right here on the near side. Hand off to Cheatham to the near side of the field. He has blockers downfield. Now he cuts back in from the sideline, grinds forward. It's going to be about a 7-8 yard gain there, making it a very manageable 3rd and 2 for the Trojans. Well, the spot must have had him out of bounds. So 3rd and 4. That ball is at the 39-yard line. They got to get to the 35 to get the first down. 4:12 to go here in the first period. Tight formation for the Trojans. I'd look for Easton here. Ian Easton right up the middle, and he's got room to run. Grinding forward. Nice run from Ian Easton. Has the first down and then some. About a 9-yard carry for number 12, the junior Ian Easton. First down, Trojans, as the clock continues to run. Nice change of pace there from OBA. Again, Waurika and probably everyone the Trojans have faced and will face if they move forward, paying a lot of attention to number 7 and a lot of attention to number 10, which opens up opportunities for Ian Easton and Harry Nunez and Jake Colby and the rest of the Trojan offense. Cheatham comes in motion. Boyson fakes the handoff and keeps it himself, trying to get outside, but he's only going to get about maybe a yard on that play. Nice play from number 7 for Waurika. Sorry, Waurika fans, we don't have a number 7 on the program that we were provided, so I'm not sure who to give credit for that tackle to, but it was number 7 for the Waurika Eagles. Now we have a timeout on the field. It's going to be timeout OBA as Coach Chris Kayott and the OBA coaching staff wants to talk things over. As you can see, there's 2:59 to go here in the first period. Your score, OBA 10, Waurika 0. We'll take a break and be right back here at OBATrojans.tv. Class B playoff football underway here on a cool November evening. All I can think of is the old NFL films with pictures of the Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers in the Ice Bowl and the voice of NFL films legend John Facenda with the words "the frozen tundra" here on this cold night. One-of-a-kind voice, John Facenda actually being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame for his work with NFL films. It's pretty timeless work there. So the Trojans break the huddle. Ian Easton wide to the near side, Harry Nunez wide to the far side, Judd Cheatham in the backfield. Boyson takes the snap. It's an option play. He's going to keep it and turn it upfield, dive forward for positive yardage down at about the 26-yard line. So that'll make it second down for the Trojans. Clock ticking at 2:44. Correction, third down and 6 for the Trojans. Nunez wide to the far side. Judd Cheatham in the slot. Ian Easton in the backfield with quarterback Bodie Boydston. Boydston back to pass. In coverage, he's going to find tight end Jake Colby, bobbled and dropped. Ball is incomplete. Cold ball, cold hands. Colby could not haul that one in. It was a little bit high, but he went up and got his hands on it, juggled it for a moment, and then lost the handle. So that'll bring up 4th down and 6 for the Trojans. Definitely 4-down territory for OBA. Both receivers on the far side of the field ran the defensive backfield deep, and then Jake Colby drug across the formation into that short area about 10 yards downfield. Just unable to haul that in. 2:23 to go. Clock stopped on that incompletion. Same formation as last play. Boyston's going to roll out to his left. A blitz was coming. Picked up by the Trojans. He's going to deep for Cheatham. Touchdown, Trojans! Waurika rolled the dice, chose to blitz quarterback Bodie Boyston. Ian Easton picks up the blitz. Great block there from number 12. Got just enough on the blitzer to give Bodie Boyston time to throw the ball. Ian Easton having a really nice first quarter. Just got a little chip block there on Waurika's number 3, Jake Smart, and that gave Boyston time to complete the beautiful pass to Judd Cheatham. Touchdown OBA. 2-point conversion now for the Trojans. Cheatham comes in motion. Handoff from Boyston. He cuts it inside. He's not going to get that one. As he stops short of the goal line, 2-point conversion is no good. But add 6 more points to the Trojans total, making it 16-0 OBA. 2:17 to go in the first period. We'll be back in just a moment after we hear from our title sponsor, Janssen GMC, on OBATrojans.tv. Back. Welcome back to Commitment Field as the OBA Trojans special teams take the field. OBA gained excellent field position and capitalized on a 45-yard touchdown drive. Bodie Boyston with a touchdown strike to Judd Cheatham, making the score OBA 16, Waurika 0. The Trojan defense has been stellar thus far. Got a 4-and-out. Actually got 2 4-and-outs from Waurika, forcing 1 safety. So 2 points chalked up to the defense. As Harry Nunez lines up to kick off, this time from the 40-yard line. Nunez goes deep with this one. It's going to be fielded about the 5, maybe 10-yard line. Smart brings it out, cuts, tries to get to the far sideline. Picks up a block and is brought down at about the 30-yard line, just inside the 30, so maybe the 29. So first down for the Waurika Eagles at the 29-yard line. Corbin Burrow with a stop there for the Trojan special teams. So Waurika looking to answer 16 unanswered points so far for the Trojans. Torres, the quarterback. Smart, the running back. It's going to be handoff to Smart right up the middle. Makes a move, makes a man miss at the line of scrimmage, and is able to bounce it forward for about 6 yards. Nice run there from the senior running back, Jake Smart. As we've already stated a couple times, we're going to see a steady diet of Trayton Torres and Jake Smart running the football. That's Waurika's bread and butter. They had one pass play where they didn't throw the ball. Torres actually scrambled and was a running play. So really we haven't had a pass play yet from the Waurika offense. They want to spread you out and then run through the gaps. Torres is going to keep this one. Met at the line of scrimmage by Jake Colby, the senior defensive end who had a stellar game last week in the first round of the playoffs. Almost single-handedly turned a close game into a not close game when the game was 14-14 last week against Balco Forgan, and neither team had made a defensive stop. Balco had the ball, and Jake Colby made 4 consecutive tackles for loss to get the first stop of the game, and the Trojans rolled from there. So that'll make it 3rd and 5 for Waurika. There's a snap to Torres. He's actually looking to throw this time. He's going to scramble to his right. Jake Colby in hot pursuit there, forces him out of bounds. It's going to be no gain or maybe a slight loss. Chased him to the sideline, gave him a little shove in the back, which forced him to kind of stumble out of bounds, which will stop the clock with 49 seconds to go here in the first period. So a short loss on the play, so 4th and 6 now. As the special teams are on the court, Waurika's not going to risk it, and they're going to punt the ball. This snap is high again, but Smart's able to jump up and get it and get the punt away. Cheatham's going to field that at the 30 and kind of dive forward. It's going to be a short gain, maybe a 4-yard return for Judge Cheatham, probably his shortest return of the year of any ball he's actually got his hands on. Looks like the 34-yard line is where the Trojans will start their next drive. 41 seconds to go here in the first period. Cold evening here in Enid as the temperature's below 30 degrees. As the Arctic blast, I think the weatherman called it a Canadian blast last night. I'm not sure. Either way, it's cold, but not a lick of wind blowing. The flag's just lying still on the flagpole in the south end zone. No precipitation, so at least it's just cold. It's not cold and wet. 2 running backs in the backfield with Boydston. And he's going to hand off to Ian Easton. Picks his way forward for maybe 2 yards there. Nice job from the Waurika defensive front, which is anchored by number 9, Bobby Aldape. Aldape and number 45, Aiden Torres, the junior, right there in the middle of the Eagle defensive line. This OBA Trojan offense averaging over 50 points a game compared with about a 38 point per game average from Waurika. Snap to Boydston. He's going to roll out to his right and pass. He's looking deep. He's got Colby again. Colby hauls the ball in at the 36-yard line, brought down at the 34-yard line. Tight end Jake Colby hauls that one in. Bodie Boydston on the run put that ball on a dime to Jake Colby. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. OBA 16, Waurika 0, and OBA on the move again. We'll take a quick break here at obatrojans.tv. Welcome back to Oklahoma Bible Academy in Enid, Oklahoma. Class B playoff football, OBA 16, Waurika 0. As we prepare to start the second quarter, big thanks to our title sponsor, Janssen GMC, for footing the bill to stream this game for you folks could watch at home. The OSSAA requires a fee be paid in order to stream playoff games. And our friends at Janssen have generously provided that so you guys could stay home in your warm living rooms and watch this game from all over the country. Last week we had people streaming literally all over the country watching these OBA Trojans. So thank you, Janssen, for providing that. If you ever have interest in helping support the OBA live stream, you could contact the OBA office and ask for Mr. Cheatham, our athletic director, and he could give you information about that. So if you ever want to help out with the live stream, because there is a cost associated with that, please let us know. OBA Trojan offense back on the field. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle, and off goes Ian Easton. He's still rumbling, runs through a tackle. He's going to be gone. Ian Easton in there. Touchdown, Trojans. Great run from the junior running back, Ian Easton. Ran through 2 tackles. Great job by the OBA offensive line. Nick Beckman blasting a hole on the near side of the line. That springs Ian Easton. Harrison Crow also out there making room along with tight end Jake Colby. Just a great job from the offensive line making room for Easton. And then once Easton breaks through that first level, he runs through 2 tackles, one from a linebacker and one from a D-back, to punch it into the end zone. 2-point conversion now for the Trojans. Going to be a handoff to Cheatham just right up the middle as he grinds forward. Not going to be enough for the 2-point conversion. So once again, the Trojans add 6 That will make the score OBA 22, Waurika Eagles 0. Quick strike there from the Trojans. Great run from Ian Easton. We talked about how last week Jake Colby had such an impact on the game on the defensive side of the ball. Well, tonight Ian Easton, the junior running back, is making hay. He is having an amazing first half here for the Trojans. Waurika obviously scouted OBA. I mean, it's the playoffs. Everybody's going to scout their opponent at this point, and we're keyed in on quarterback Bodie Boyston and running back Judd Cheatham. And Ian Easton is reaping the benefits as he's finding gaps in the defense and blasting holes. Big run there from the junior running back. Great to see Ian Easton punch it into the end zone and pay that one off. So nice job by the Trojan offense. Again, lots of credit to the Trojan offensive line, making holes for the running game to get through. Ian Easton, very thankful for his O-line, I'm quite sure. Harry Nunez will kick off for the Trojans again. Kind of a pattern for the Trojans. With the wind at their back, they let Nunez kick away, and he's gotten a lot of touchbacks, over 30 touchbacks, I think, on the season. And when the wind was in their face, Nunez with a nice pooch kick, and they actually recovered one of those last week. But there is no wind tonight, so I'm curious to see what Harry Nunez and the special teams do here. We will find out as Nunez lines up to kick, and he's going to go deep. No wind, might as well. He kicks it deep, and that's it well into the end zone. Touchback, Harry Nunez. So he adds to his tally. That's such a weapon for the OBA special teams. Not have to worry about a return. Harry Nunez can put that thing in the end zone and pin the opposing team inside the 20-yard line. So that's a great weapon. A lot of teams don't have a weapon like that, and OBA takes full advantage of that. And as Waurika will start at the 20-yard line, the ball on the near hash instead of in the middle of the field, as Torres and the Eagle offense come to the field again. Angel Garcia, the center for Waurika. Number 7 is the running back. I'm sorry I don't have a number 7 on the program that we were provided with. That'll be the first pass of the game, up and over. Just a little too tall there for Isaac Camarillo. He might have got his fingertips on that. So that pass falls incomplete. 11:50. So we're only 10 seconds into the second quarter. Ian Easton scored in about 7 seconds, and that play was a quick 2 or 3 second play. So it feels like we're deeper into the second quarter, but we are not. 11:50 to go in the second quarter. 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Now motion there. Holden Caldwell in pursuit. Jake Colby just jumps on, goes for a ride there. Jake Smart with the carry. Colby and Smart had a nice impact there, but Smart carried Jake Colby for 2 or 3 yards before going down. Harry Nunez there to help Jake Colby get Smart to the ground. That'll make it 3rd and about 7. So here come the Eagles. Jackson Crow in there at nose tackle for the Trojans. Fake the reverse. Torres keeps it. He's going to be stopped short of the first down. It's like Jackson Crow actually made the stop on that one. So it's going to be 4th and 4.5, almost 5 yards there for the Waurika defense. They're at a point where they might need to think about starting to go for some of these. Trojans up 22-0, but they're going to punt this one away. Judd Cheatham deep to receive for the Trojans. So there's another high snap. He's able to haul that one in. Nice high spiraling punt. Cheatham's going to run sideways and get it. He snags it, turns it upfield, and brought down at the 38-yard line. Nice play there from number 7. I'm looking over my Waurika roster again that we were provided by Waurika, and I'm sorry, folks from Waurika, there's just not a number 7 on there. There's one player that doesn't have a number. That's Tyson Graham. I guess that could be number 7, but it's, I'd hate to guess. But number 7 makes the tackle. First down Trojans at the 43-yard line. 2 receivers wide to the far side of the field. Harry Nunez here on the near side. Judd Cheatham in the backfield. Boyson takes the snap. Swing pass there to Cheatham. He picks it up. Shoestring catch from Judd Cheatham. Tries to cut it inside. Spin move and brought down about right on the 50-yard line. Might have got across into Eagle territory, but it's going to be close. They're going to put it right on the 50. as you can see there on the screen. Judge Cheatham just snagged that thing right off his shoelaces with his fingertips, so nice catch there from Cheatham. So 2nd and 3 for the Trojans, long 3, maybe even 4. Usually in second and short situations, we see Boydston and the Trojan offense take a shot, throw a ball deep. We'll see if that holds true here. Boydston back to pass. Looking for Cheatham in the flats. 2 Waurika Eagles there. Cheatham breaks away from the first. Cuts upfield. He's not going to break away for the second. That's going to be a tackle for loss right there. About a 4-yard loss, 3 or 4 yard loss there. Will now make it 3rd and 7 or 8 instead of, it was 2nd and 3, and now it's 3rd and about 7. So the Waurika defense up to the task on that one. 2 Waurika defenders out here in Judd Cheatham's path. He tried to make one of them miss, but could not get away from both of them. Waurika ready for number 10 on that one as Boydston brings the Trojan offense up to the line. Snap to Boydston, no running backs. Here comes the blitz. Immediately throws it out to Nunez. Nunez cuts inside, gets up to the 50, and is met immediately. Number 21 from Waurika wraps up Nunez. Trent Ariano wraps Nunez up and just kind of holds him still. And there's that number 7 again. Sorry, folks, I don't have a name, but number 7 makes the tackle and finishes Nunez off. But Ariano makes initial contact. So he gets into Eagle territory at the 49, so it'll be 4th and 2 for the Trojans. Still likely 4-down territory as the play clock is winding down to about 15. But the Trojans not showing any sense of urgency, and they're going to talk about it. They're going to take a timeout here with their second timeout of the half. 8:35 to go here in the second quarter. OBA 22, Waurika Eagles 0. Once again, huge thank you goes out to our corporate sponsors. Without them, athletics at OBA would not be free to participate. It would be an additional cost. So we'd love to thank our corporate sponsors. B&K Propane Incorporated, a corporate sponsor for the Trojans. Enid Pain and Spine, Dr. Owens at Enid Pain and Spine. Thank you so much for being a corporate sponsor for OBA Athletics. The Insurance Services of Northwest Oklahoma, also a title sponsor for the Trojans. Thank you so much for being corporate sponsors and supporting OBA Trojan Athletics. So Coach Chris Kay out and the Trojan coaching staff talking this one over. Would love to get something out of this drive. 8:35 to go in the first half. Waurika defense on the field. They don't look like they expect a punt here, and I would be shocked to see the Trojans line up and punt here with 4th and 2. So here comes Buddy Boydston and the Trojan offense. Tight formation, Ian Easton in the backfield, Judd Cheatham in the slot. Cheatham coming in motion. Hand off to Cheatham, Ian with the lead block. Ian Easton, Judd Cheatham grinds forward for about a 7-yard gain. It's going to be first down Trojans at the Waurika 44-yard line. They'll move the chains. Other than the opening kickoff where Judd Cheatham was able to break free, the Waurika defense has held him. He averages over 10 yards per carry. And so really, when you look at Judd Cheatham's stats, a 7-yard carry is keeping him below average. Trojan offense looking over to the coaching staff, getting their signals, and now Boydston takes over. Takes the snap, immediately looking downfield. A flag stops play before it gets going. We're going to have a false start on the Trojans, which will push them back 5 yards. So 1st and 15 for the Trojans, now at the 49 instead of the 44. The Trojans don't huddle. Boydston moves his troops up to the line, and he'll take a signal with a no huddle formation. We haven't seen that in a while from the Trojans. Boydston takes the snap. Might just be the same play. Timing route there to Jake Colby. He catches it out there, grinding forward, dives forward for the extra yardage. Nice play there from Colby for about a 10-yard gain, which will bring up 2nd and about 4.5 for the Trojans. That extra effort at the end might have got Colby an extra yard. Again, no huddle for the Trojans. Trojans haven't shown this look since the Cherokee game, I believe. Boydston takes the snap again. This one swings out wide to Nunez. Mendoza with the block. Nunez with a spin move. It's going to be enough for a first down and then some. Got the first down and then about 6 more, so that'll be inside the 30-yard line, about the 29.5, right at maybe the 29-yard line. First down OVA. Again, Harry Nunez with a nice catch and run, yards after catch there. Trojans will huddle up this time. Trojans moving with a little more pace than usual, so that's a new look for OBA. They haven't done that, like I said, in several weeks. Hand off to Cheatham. Immediately Waurika's in the backfield, but they don't get him down, and he's going to make him pay. It's going to be positive yardage again for Judge Cheatham, just scrambling, picking his way through. It's going to end up being like a 9, maybe even enough for a first down. Looks like about a 9.5-yard gain, going to be just shy of the first down. Waurika gets into the backfield almost immediately, but Cheatham makes a man miss, and then grinds forward, picks his way forward for a 9-yard gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 1, maybe 1.5, a long one for the OBA offense. 2nd and short. Might be an opportunity to look downfield here. I'd look for Colby or Nunez running to the back of the end zone. Play action. Boyson rolls out. Now he reverses field. He's going to be brought down for a loss there. Waurika was ready for that one. 2nd and short. OBA goes for a play action, and Waurika did not bite at all on the fake handoff. And there were 2 guys all over Bodie Boyston. Bodie usually really good about buying time in the pocket, but there was just nowhere to go on that one. So that'll make it 3rd and 13 for the OBA Trojans. Corbin Burrell in there on the offense for Ian Easton. Play clock winding down below 8. They're going to have to hurry to get this thing going as they sprint out and get in position. Here comes the blitz from the safety, picked up there. Nice job. Jake Colby hauls it in, but is immediately hit. Nice coverage there from number 15, Gavin Torres. He's a sophomore. Strong young man to bring down the senior Jake Colby. About a 3-yard gain for the Trojans. Safety blitz coming in there from number 12, Nick Wilson. Messed up the timing of the play for the Trojans, so nice defensive call there from Coach Joe Allen and the Waurika staff. Still positive yardage for the Trojans, so that's a good thing. 4th and 10 for OBA. OBA with a pretty potent offense, so 4th and 10, they'll go for it here at the 29-yard line. No blitz this time. Looks like an option play. Cheatham's going to throw a pass. He throws it downfield and overthrows. Had Jake Colby out there. Had to rush the throw a little bit. Waurika was there in the backfield, and he was either going to have to take a loss or throw it away. He threw it out in front of Colby where only Jake had a chance to get it. It was just a little bit too far because Colby was covered well also. So nice stand there from the Waurika defense. 4:59, just under 5 minutes. 4:59 to go in the first half. Waurika will take over on downs at the 29-yard line. As we see Trayton Torres, the quarterback, in the backfield by himself. He's going to look to pass. Hurried by Beckman. Colby there. Burrow there. Stumbles forward. He's going to get positive yardage there. Nice coverage downfield from the OBA secondary. Not giving Torres time to find an open receiver, but he's going to scramble forward for about 1.5 yards, not quite 2 yards, making it 2nd and 9. Nick Beckman got into the backfield and forced Torres to scramble a little bit. He ran towards the far sideline, but saw Jake Colby in his path and immediately changed direction there. He didn't want to do any part of number 35. Corbin Burrell able there to trip him up, but he dives forward for positive yardage. Again, no running backs. It's going to be a quick pass into the slot. Picked off, intercepted by the Trojans. Caleb Mendoza still running, still on his feet, and finally brought down at the 26-yard line. Deflection there. Caleb Mendoza, Johnny on the spot, picks it off. Delicious play there from number 4, Caleb Mendoza. First down, OBA. Mendoza, nice positioning there. The ball was a little high for the receiver, deflected off his hand and just settled right into the path of Caleb Mendoza. Nice play there. So the Trojan offense right back onto the field, and it'll be first down OBA. 4:10 to go now in the first half. Hungry to add some more points to this total before halftime. Cheatham in motion. They fake the handoff, and it goes to Easton again. Easton up the middle. That's going to be a face mask. It's got to be a face mask. Just bulldogged him down by the face mask. Ian Easton trying to make a spin move, and his whole body turned around, but his head did not. So that's going to be right at the first down marker on the run, and it's going to add more yardage there with the personal foul. As they march this off, it's going to be inside the 10, down at about the 6-yard line now. First and goal for the Trojans. Ian Easton is a weapon for the Trojans here tonight. Waurika keying hard on the edge running of Judd Cheatham, and Ian Easton running between the tackles, so to speak, running between the hash marks, is having a night. 3:50 to go. Easton in the backfield, Cheatham in the slot. Cheatham comes in motion again. This time Boyston's going to keep it. Get a block from Easton right up the middle, dives forward. No signal. Touchdown, OBA. He's going to say he dove from the goal line, landed about 3 yards deep in the end zone, but neither line judge signaled, and so touchdown OBA. Bodie Boyston pounds that one in. Coach Chris Kayott and the OBA coaching staff using deception to their advantage tonight. Judd Cheatham coming in motion on a regular basis, but they're not giving it to him as much as they usually do. They're utilizing Ian Easton and Bodie Boyston between the hash marks. So that'll make it OBA 28, Waurika 0, 3:38 to go in the first half. And now OBA has to be wondering if they can get a stop. Can they score again before halftime? 2-point conversion. This time to Cheatham. He cuts it up inside, dives over the pile. 2-point conversion is good. Judd Cheatham. That'll make it OBA 30, Waurika 0, 3:38 to go in the half. As I was saying, OBA line up for the kickoff here. 3:38 to go. That's plenty of time to make a stop. And with this high voltage OBA offense, time to get maybe 6, 7, or 8 more before halftime. So this game might do damage to the stat line for Judd Cheatham. He's averaging 115 total yards per game. He might not make it there tonight. It'll be close. He did have a long reception for a touchdown and a kickoff return. So if we're counting total yardage, Judd Cheatham is still having a great game. But Coach Kayott and the OBA coaching staff utilizing Judd Cheatham more as a decoy on the offensive end, and Ian Easton's running wild against Waurika. Bodie Boyston with the rushing touchdown there. Bodie Boyston is the Trojans' second leading rusher. He's got 114 carries on the year for a little over 700 yards. He averages 6 yards per carry, and that'll be his 23rd rushing touchdown of the season for Bodie Boyston. So the Trojan special teams on the field again. Harry Nunez with 2 touchbacks. The only one kickoff that wasn't a touchback was when the Trojans had the unnecessary roughness penalty, and they had to kick from his own 20-yard line. So right from the start, the Trojans have established scoring and defense. It's 30-0. Nunez with a kickoff line drive kick. This one's going to bounce, take a hop, field it at the 12-yard line, and going to cut to the near sideline. Trying to get out of bounds, but is brought down at the 32-yard line. That's number 21, Trent Ariano, the senior, with the return for the Eagles. So the Eagles looking to answer. It's 30-0. They need to get something on the scoreboard before halftime as the Waurika Eagles offense takes the field yet again. So the Trojan defense, after creating a turnover on the last drive, the Eagles, no running backs again, kind of going against nature here. And Jake Colby's in the backfield immediately. There was just no way Torres was going to get that pass off with any kind of accuracy, because if he had to just kind of throw it into the dirt because Jake Colby was on him, I mean, untouched. No one on the offensive line even put a hand on defensive end Jake Colby, as he was on Torres almost the same time the ball got to him on the long snap. So the Waurika offense kind of acting out of character the past 2 drives. A lot of passes on a team that has been run dominant throughout the year. Jake Smart, this time Torres is going to keep it, try and get up the middle. That door is shut, so he tries to get to the outside, forced out of bounds. That's going to be about the 36-yard line. 4-yard carry there for Torres. So that's going to make it 3rd and 6, almost 7 for the Eagles as Torres takes the signal from the sideline. Coach Joe Allen and the Waurika coaching staff signaling in the plays. Isaac Camarillo on the far side. Jake Smart, the running back. Torres takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Colby's giving chase. He's trying to get around the edge. He's going to be brought down by Jake Colby, brought down from behind. That'll make it 4th and about 3 after maybe a 2.5 yard gain there from Torres. So the fake handoff to Smart. Colby in pursuit almost immediately. And again, we're going to see the punt team for Waurika. Jake Smart back to punt. Judd Cheatham deep for the Trojans at about the 32-yard line. So there's a snap. Colby, it's going to be a fake punt. Smart's going to keep it. He's going to get the first down and then some. First down, Eagles, as Ian Easton makes the tackle right near midfield. Jake Smart just took the snap and immediately took off running. Gained about 13 yards. The ball will be at the 49. 2:48 to go here in the first half. Isaac Camarillo comes wide to the near side. Smart in the backfield with Torres. Torres takes the snap. Correction, that's not Smart. That's number 7. And he's going to rumble forward for about a 4-yard gain on first down. If I have a chance at halftime to find someone for Waurika, I promise I'll ask them number 7's name and see if we can get a name for you Waurika fans that are watching from home. Torres takes the snap. He's going to look to pass. He's got Smart in the flats. Jake Colby's in the backfield and swallows him up. Another quarterback sack for Jake Colby. He leads the Trojans with sacks. His regular season had 10 sacks during the regular season, but he had, I think, 4 last week, so that might be his 15th or 16th sack on the season for the senior, number 35, Jake Colby. So that'll make it 3rd and 11, almost 3rd and 12, 3rd and long, let's just put it that way, for Waurika. Like we said many times, Waurika have been run heavy all year long. They're having to pass here. Jake Smart coming in motion. They're going to hand it to Smart coming across the formation. He cuts it up the middle, is immediately met by the Trojan defense. He's going to gain about 2 yards on that one. Jackson Crow there brings Smart down right at the 48-yard line. So positive yardage there for Smart, but it makes it 4th and 9. Jackson Crow in there at nose tackle. Looks like Jake Colby and Corbin Burrow flanking him on either end of the line. Ian Easton and Holden Caldwell in there at linebacker. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down. It's going to be a pass play. Burrow in there almost immediately. Corbin Burrow with the sack. Number 9 comes right around the end. I won't say untouched. He was touched, but barely touched. And Corbin Burrow, kind of a specialist edge rusher for the Trojans. And so that'll be a turnover on downs for the Trojans with 1:01 to go in the half. This high-octane Trojan offense definitely has time to go 48 yards and get some more points before halftime. 30-0 is your score. OBA with the lead. Now they're going to move the spot up for the Trojans to the 47-yard line. So 1-yard gain for the Trojans. Boytson under center. Harry Nunez wide to the near side. Boyson takes the snap. He's going to be handoff to Easton coming around the end. It's going to be another positive yardage run there for Ian Easton. About an 8-yard gain brought down at the 40 for Ian Easton as the clock continues to tick. 50 seconds to go. Trojans in the no-huddle offense here, the 2-minute offense. Boyson taking the signals from Coach Chris Kayock. Shotgun formation this time. He's got 2 receivers to the near side. Pressure coming. Boyson climbs the ladder up into the pocket, and he's brought down. That's going to be no gain, no loss. He's right on the, looks like the 40-yard line. As the clock continues to run, 24 seconds, 23 seconds, and now timeout OBA. 3rd and 4 for the Trojans. OBA will use their last timeout with 22 seconds remaining here in the first half. Bodie Boyson's arm strength definitely can get it to the end zone from here. Question is, can you get somebody open at this point? Big thank you to our corporate sponsors who make athletics possible here at OBA. Our gold sponsors, Atwoods, Home and Farm. Their headquarters are just right beyond the south end zone here at OBA. It's great to have them close by. Loyal supporters of OBA athletics and just OBA in general. So thank you to our friends at Atwoods. Jenkins and Price for all your cleaning supply needs and your business supply needs. Jenkins and Price would be glad to take care of you. Please go support our corporate sponsors. They take good care of us here at OBA, so we want our folks to take good care of them and support those businesses. If you have any family or friends getting married anytime soon or need a place for a corporate retreat or a school retreat, you can contact our friends at Deer Creek Mountain Camp in Bailey, Colorado. Great facility up in Colorado. Just beautiful, peaceful setting where your folks can have a great retreat, just an amazing wedding venue up there. So contact our friends at Deer Creek Mountain Camp in Bailey, Colorado. Third down, Trojans. Cheatham comes in motion. Flag flies in immediately. Boyston's going to lob it deep. He's got Harry Nunez, and the catch is made. 10-5. Nunez makes a move, dives forward. No signal. He's marked out of bounds at the 1, but there is a flag on the play way back at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to come back. Illegal shift against the OBA offense. Nunez makes a nice catch. Bodie Boydston just kind of floats that one out there. Nunez runs under it, doesn't have to break stride, and makes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. But illegal shift will bring it all back. With 14 seconds to go, I imagine we're going to see probably 2 throws to the end zone here to end the half. Nunez and Cheatham in the near slot. Jake Colby, the tight end, also out there. No running back in the backfield with Boydston. So he takes the snap. They're only going to rush 2. Boydston flushed out of the pocket, though. Now he's going to throw downfield. Finds Cheatham. He's brought down at the 22-yard line. Oh, the ball pops out there at the very end. So incomplete pass to Cheatham. That'll leave 6 seconds on the clock. 4th and 9 for the Trojans. So we'll see if the Trojans have some trickery in the playbook. You see the old-fashioned flea flicker play here with 6 seconds to go. I'm imagining we'll just see a Hail Mary where Boydston tries to heave it to the end zone. Trojans get as many receivers down there as they can and try and get a deflection or a catch for a touchdown as the clock expires. Only 2 down linemen for Waurika, a deep defensive formation, and all the Trojans are going deep. Still looking deep. Plenty of time for Boydston. He's flushed out of the pocket, plants his foot, and he's just going to throw it underneath to Harry Nunez. It's going to be a gain in positive yardage, but that'll end the half just inside the 40-yard line at the 39 with the completion to Nunez. So just some stats there for the Trojans. No points to end the first half. OBA 30, Waurika 0. As we go into halftime, we'll take a break and hear from our sponsor, Janssen GMC. Welcome back, Commitment Field on the campus of Oklahoma Bible Academy here in Enid, Oklahoma. A chilly November night has your OBA Trojans leading Waurika 30-0 here in this second round game of the Class B playoffs. Makes me think of the old NFL Films announcer John Facenda and his saying, "Hope that grows in the warm of September, withers and dies in the cold of November." And it's what we have going on here tonight. It's a chilly night. 29 degrees, and actually my phone just changed, 27 degrees here in Enid. So a cold evening for high school football, but that's what it's all about. The playoffs last into winter, and winter has arrived here tonight. OBA Trojans seem unfazed by the cold as they lead 30-0. Opening kickoff taken back by Judd Cheatham all the way to the house to get the Trojans started off good. Other scores from around Class B. Velma Alma leads Ringwood 36-0. Sealing leads Hollis 16-8 in the second quarter. Wetumpka and Caddo 36-30. Wetumpka leads Regent Prep, one of the other undefeated teams in Class B, leads Quinton 41-14. That's in the first quarter. Number 2 ranked Laverne leading Covington Douglas 14-0. That's at halftime. Dewar, the third undefeated team in Class B, third-ranked Dewar leads Pioneer Pleasantville 32-16. So a 16-point lead for Dewar in that one. Waurika and Keota going head-to-head. Keota 6, Waurika 34. So Waurika in control there in that one. And then, of course, our game here, Oklahoma Bible 30, Waurika 0. So that's what's going on around Class B tonight on this cold playoff Friday night in Oklahoma. Lots of action in all classes tonight. Enid High School has run into a buzzsaw in the form of the Bixby Spartans. They're down 49-0 in the second quarter in Class 6A playoff action. And that's in the quarterfinals of Class 6A. Enid High School, a big win last week over Edmond Memorial. But they've run into a juggernaut in the form of Bixby Spartans tonight, 49-0. Jinx is trailing Mustang 24-9 at halftime, so there's a little bit of surprise there. The Mustang Broncos leading the Jinx Trojans 24-9. Norman North leads Owasso 14-7. And Tulsa Union, the number 1 ranked undefeated Tulsa Union football squad, leads the Broken Arrow Tigers 14-10 in Class 6A1 action. Class 6A2, just the next division down. Don't ask me about the naming because, anyway, 6A2. Choctaw leads Sand Springs 20-9. Deer Creek, Edmond Deer Creek leading Booker T. Washington 28-6. Stillwater Pioneers lead Bartlesville Bruins 42-0. And the Muskogee Roughers lead the Ponca City Wildcats 12-0. And that is at halftime of that game. Class 5A action going on also tonight. We've got high school football going on all over the state. McAllister leading Piedmont 42-21. That's at halftime. Grove and Guthrie in a defensive battle at 7-0 at halftime in that game. Carl Albert leads Del City 6-0. And Bishop McGuinness leads number 1 Coweta. The Coweta Tigers down 14-0 against Bishop McGuinness. So the Tigers will have to do some work in the second half to hold on to that number 1 ranking, or they'll be out of the playoffs. Moving down to Class 4A. Hilldale 6, Elk City 16. Clinton and Poto are tied up in the second quarter at 7 apiece. Cushing leads Blanchard 21-0, and Tuttle is on top of Wagner. That's 10-7 at halftime in Class 4A. This is the class I'm interested in. I'm going to full disclosure here, I have a nephew playing in Class 3A playoff football on the other side of the state, playing for Tulsa Metro Christian. Metro Christian is leading Cassia Hall 35-6 at halftime, so go Patriots, go get them, Reed. I'm sorry I have to cheer for my nephew. I can have some alliances with other schools. I'm full on with the Trojans, though, don't worry. Verdigris is leading Perkins Tryon 21-7. Heritage Hall leads Stigler 28-0. And Lincoln Christian is in control of Kingfisher at halftime, 34-0 in that playoff matchup. Class 2A action going on across the state. As we continue to kind of go through scores from around Oklahoma, Chandler leads Frederick 42-14. Kiefer and Vian are tied at 6 apiece. Community Christian and Jones are tied at 20 apiece. That's also at halftime. Lots of close ones in Class 4A. Or in 2A, I'm sorry. Millwood leads Lindsay 22-0. Idabel over Beggs 12-6 at halftime. And Sequoia Claremore 21-7 over Eufaula. Low-scoring game number 1, Washington taking on OCS. That scores OCS 8, Washington 6. And then Victory Christian is leading Prague. Number 7 ranked Prague is down 26-0 to Victory Christian in the second quarter. So that's not going true to the rankings at all. We will see if Prague can hold on to that lead. So lots of football going on around Oklahoma. Glad to be at a football game on a Friday night in November. 8:46 left to go here at halftime. We'll take a quick break and hear from our title sponsor, Jansen GMC. Big thank you to Jansen for supporting our live stream here tonight. So we'll be right back at obatrojans.tv. Welcome back. OBA Trojans football on obatrojans.tv, streaming via Squirtle. Round 2 of the Class B playoffs. OBA 30, Waurika 0. As we prepare to kick off the second half, the OBA Trojan special teams take the field. Harry Nunez put 3 balls into the end zone for touchbacks. The Trojan defense always hopes that he can do that every time. Waurika deep men are standing at about the 10-yard line. Deep for Waurika, number 21, Trent Ariano. And number 3, Jake Smart. As the kick lands at about the 15, Smart catches, then bobbles at the 10, finally gets it up, and he's off and running. Nice return there for Smart out to about the 30-yard line before being brought down by the Trojan special teams. Looks like Caleb Mendoza and Andrew Campbell in on the play for the Trojans. So the Waurika offense will take the field coming out of the locker room at halftime. We'll see if Coach Joe Allen can inspire the Eagles. And they can march down the field and get something on the scoreboard for Waurika. Meanwhile, the Trojan defense so far pitching a shutout here tonight in the second round of the playoffs. Hope to hold on to that. As we get back underway, Trayton Torres is your quarterback. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, going to keep it himself. Jake Colby all over that. He's going to bring him, swings him around, but Torres gets away. Correction, that's Jake Smart, number 3. Colby had him in the backfield, swung him around, but Smart kept his balance and stayed on his feet and gets a first down for the Eagles outside the 40-yard line at about the 41-yard line. So first down Eagles, that's just what they were hoping for to start the second half, was a first down. So good start there for the Waurika offense. Don't see that very often. If Jake Colby has you in his grasp, you usually go down, but not that time for Jake Smart. Smart is now at quarterback, so he's going to keep this one too. We're going to see a steady diet of Smart at this point, it looks like, as he grinds forward. That's going to be another first down. And down he goes outside the 50-yard line. So another Jake Smart first down for the Waurika Eagles. First and 10 at the 48-yard line. So Waurika coming out, starting the first half just how they would want to. 2 consecutive first downs. Jake Smart in at quarterback. He's going to throw a pass over the middle. Bobbled. That's going to be picked off by Judd Cheatham. Trojans with the interception. Trojan ball at the 39-yard line. Once again, a Waurika Eagle pass is bobbled by the receiver, and a Trojan defensive back is there, and it just lands right in their lap. Nice play there from Judd Cheatham as he had to snag that thing. It was near the ground, and Judd just kind of laid down under it and let it land on his chest and pulled it in for the interception. So first down OBA as the Trojan offense trots onto the field. Waurika had something going there offensively. The Trojan defense comes up with the turnover. Handoff to Judd Cheatham. He's going to try and go up the middle, and he's going to get nowhere. Maybe squirts ahead for maybe a yard, but probably not even that much. So here comes the Trojan offense. Handoff up the middle to Easton. Stopped initially at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to squirm forward. Another positive yardage play. Not much, maybe 2 there for Ian Easton. So that's going to bring up third down for OBA and about 6. Trojan offense now moving a little more deliberately. We saw some no huddle in the first half, but now they're huddling up every play. We got Harry Nunez wide to the near side, Caleb Mendoza in the slot, Jake Colby wide on the far side of the field. Judd Cheatham in the backfield. Boyson takes the snap, 2-man rush. Looking downfield, snaps the pass right over the middle of Nunez. Now he runs backwards. He's going the wrong way. Harry Nunez actually had about a 12-yard reception, then ran backwards and lost about half of that, but it's still enough for the first down. So it'll be first down Trojans at the 49-yard line. I have vivid memories growing up watching my older brothers play football, and every time one of my brothers tried to make a move like that, I can vividly remember my grandfather just yelling, "Run forward!" And that would have driven him crazy. But first down Trojans. Snap to Boyson. He's looking to pass again, looking downfield. He's got Cheatham and Nunez deep. Boyson's going to have to keep this one. No one is open. Now he throws for Cheatham, but over the head, falls incomplete. Nice coverage there from the Waurika secondary. And so that's going to be an incomplete pass, bringing up 2nd and 10. Cheatham and Nunez both run deep routes there, but Waurika defensive backfield all over that one, not letting either one of them break free. Nice coverage there. Number 12, Nick Wilson there in coverage on Cheatham. Looks like that was number 8, Gunnar Myers, the sophomore, free safety in coverage there on Nunez. So nice job there from the Waurika defense. Boyson bought as much time as he could, then he had to unload it for the incompletion. So 2nd and 10, 3 receivers in the formation, Cheatham in the backfield. Boyson back to pass again. Buying time. Pump fake. Now he's going to keep this one and run. It's going to be positive yardage. Dives forward. He's going to be right at the first down marker. It's going to be really close. Let's see where they mark him down. They're moving the chains. So first down OBA on the quarterback scramble from Bodie Boydston. Bodie, the Trojans' second leading rusher on the season there. Hasn't run a whole lot this game, because they've been featuring Ian Easton in the first half. We'll see if that changes here in the second half for the Trojan offense. 8:54 to go here in the third quarter. No running backs in the backfield. It's all Bodie Boydston. He's got Judd Cheatham here in the slot. It's just going to be a quick little swing pass out to Cheatham, try and let him get positive yardage, and he does across the 30. So it's going to be another first down, brought down at about the 27-yard line for Judd Cheatham. Just a nice little swing pass. Put the ball in the hands of your playmaker and let him create something, and he creates enough for a Trojan first down inside the 30 at about the 27-yard line. Caleb Mendoza shuttling in the play from the coaching staff as Ian Easton takes a quick break. Mendoza out there in the slot. Jake Colby wide on the far side of the formation. Boydston looking deep. This time he finds Mendoza in the flat. Mendoza carries down, forced out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. Caleb Mendoza, just a nice stop route. He ran 10, 12 yards down the field, slammed on the brakes, turned around, and the ball was right there in his stomach. Great throw from Boydston. Great route by Mendoza. First down OBA. That's just outside the 10-yard line, so the Trojans can get a first down without scoring here. And that's going to be a timeout there. Timeout from Waurika. The Waurika defense kind of reeling. The Trojan offense moving really quick here. And so they're going to take a quick break, and so will we here at OBATrojans.tv. Now we are back as the Trojan offense takes the field. Waurika defense still kind of jogging out there. So 2 running backs back here with Bodie Boydston. He fakes the handoff, play action. He's got receivers. It's thrown to Nunez. It is signaled as a catch, but he's just outside the end zone. Flag comes in right at the line of scrimmage, so that usually indicates a hold. We'll see what the signal is from the official. It is holding on the Trojan offensive line, so this will all come back. Nice throw from Boydston. He brought the fastball on that one, and Nunez hauled it in almost at ground level and was able to get under the ball and pull it in, but he was at about the 1 yard line. But the hold brings it all the way back, and that's going to be a big one. It must have been deep in the backfield when that hold occurred, because it's going to be 2nd and 22. As they mark the 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Now we've got an official stopping the play clock. Not sure what the stoppage of play is about, as now they wind the clock again and we're back underway. Boydston under center, Cheatham in motion. Handoff to Ian Easton under the middle. Again, he breaks free. A shoestring tackle there, or Easton might have been gone. Isaac Camarillo with a tackle there for Waurika right at the 20-yard line. So Ian Easton gets a little bit of it back. It's still going to be 2nd and about 19 for the Trojans. Play signaled in from the Trojan bench. Bodie Boydston gets it from Coach Cheatham and is under center. No receivers wide. Cheatham comes in motion. Boydston just kind of picking his way. Now he finds a gap on the outside the 15-10, down to about the 8-yard line. So he's going to get a big chunk of that back as we head into 3rd down. Bodie Boydston, nice carry there for the Trojans. So they're going to mark it down at the 9-yard line. That'll make it 3rd and about 8, which is manageable for this Trojan offense. Trojans very potent. Definitely going to be 4-down territory here, although Harry Nunez has kicked some field goals this year. So 3 points aren't out of the question. But I would imagine the Trojans would prefer touchdowns and would go for it on 4th down. 2 running backs in the backfield. Boydston fakes the handoff to Cheatham, rolls out to his right. Has a man caught by Nunez at the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, OBA. Harry Nunez with the reception. Touchdown, Trojans. That'll make it 36-0 for the Trojans. Nice job there. Play action from the Trojans. They fake the handoff to Cheatham. Like we've talked about many times, Cheatham, a huge weapon for this Trojan offense, but has been primarily a decoy tonight. They fake the handoff to Cheatham. Play action pass to Harry Nunez for the touchdown. That drive primarily uses Bodie Boydston's arm to get down the field. Cheatham comes in motion. This one's going to be a handoff to Easton right up the middle. 2-point conversion is good. Ian Easton. And he punches that in. 2 more points for the Trojans, 38-0. And now we're flirting with that 45-point mercy rule threshold with 6:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. OBA 38, Waurika 0. We're going to take a quick break and hear from our title sponsor, Janssen GMC. And we'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome back to Commitment Field on the campus of Oklahoma Bible Academy. Your OBA Trojans are rolling. 6:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It is 38-0. The Waurika Eagles need to find an answer and find it quick, as OBA is now within striking distance of the 45-point mercy rule. As Nunez with the kickoff, and that one's going to go high and deep, going to be fielded right at the 10-yard line. And here come the Eagles. Nice return there. He's trying to get across the grain and is finally brought down. Trent Ariano with the return comes down to about the 31, 32-yard line. It'll be 1st down Eagles. First down for the Eagles in what could prove to be a very pivotal drive here midway through the 3rd quarter. as the Eagles come to the line. We've seen a couple of different formations, a couple of different quarterbacks for the Eagles. It looks like Torres is back in there at quarterback with Jake Smart at running back. We saw Smart play quarterback here in the last drive, and they had some success before the interception. So Torres takes the snap, hands off to Smart, and he gets into the next level. It's going to be about a 9-yard gain there for Jake Smart. Here in the second half, on their initial drive of the second half, Waurika had a lot of success with Smart at quarterback and just doing quarterback keepers and running the ball. The Trojan defense stiffened, and they got into a passing down, and that pass was intercepted to stop that drive. But before that pass, they were marching the football. So 2nd and 1 for the Eagles. Torres at quarterback, Smart at running back. They fake the handoff. This time Torres keeps it. It's going to be enough for a first down, but just barely, as he gets across the marker and then is just stood up by Harrison Crow and the Trojan defense. First down, Eagles at the 47, 46-yard line. Looks like the 47. So deliberate pace here from the Eagle offense. They want to make good decisions here as they need to come down the field and get some points with 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. Looks like Torres is still going to be at quarterback. You got 3 receivers wide to the near side. No one in the backfield with Torres. It is going to be a pass play. Corbin Burrell's in there again. Trips him up from behind. Corbin Burrell gets around the edge of the Waurika defense, and down goes Torres, and he's staying down. Corbin Burrell just got him by the shoelaces as he just kind of squirmed around the offensive blocker there, got around the edge, and then just dove for the quarterback's feet and was able to drag him down for about a 6-yard loss, making it 2nd and 15 or 16 for the Waurika Eagles. Waurika hasn't had a lot of success with the passing game, so getting behind the chains like this is not a favorable situation for the Eagles. Torres in there at quarterback still, and now we're going to have a timeout from Waurika. Once again, Coach Joe Allen and his staff want to make good decisions here, get that team down the field and score, and so they're going to talk about it here with 4:47 to go in the third period. So we'll take a break and hear from our sponsor and be right back here on OBATrojans.tv. We are back here at Commitment Field on the campus of Oklahoma Bible Academy, Enid, Oklahoma. Cold November evening for some high school playoff football, Class B, second round. Oklahoma Bible Academy leads Waurika 38-0 here in Enid. Like I said, it's a cold night, down to 26 degrees. No wind blowing, no precipitation falling, so thankful for that. Cold is a lot easier to handle when it's just cold and it's not cold and windy or cold and wet. So we're thankful for the dryness and the lack of wind. The flag's just sitting straight down as Waurika takes the snap. Looking deep. It's a double move there. Going deep. Cheatham coming over. Ball deflected. Can't see. It looks like Caleb Mendoza has the ball. No signal from any officials. Trojans ball. We finally get a signal there. Caleb Mendoza with the interception. That ball just floated in the air for a long time. Caleb Mendoza with his second interception of the night. Great night for number 4 in the defensive backfield as Caleb Mendoza steps in and picks the ball off. It's kind of a jump ball, just kind of threw it up. Caleb Mendoza and Judd Cheatham were both out there on that pattern. The pass was intended for Isaac Camarillo, and Mendoza just went up and got it. Like I said, it was just kind of a jump ball. So the Trojans with 4:38 to go here in the third period, if they can march down and put one in the end zone, that would put them at the 45-point mark and end this thing. So we'll see what Coach Kayotte and the Trojan offense have under their sleeve here on this drive late in the third quarter. Boyson in the shotgun formation, 3 receivers, Cheatham in the backfield. Play action. There's a blitz coming. It's a screen pass to Cheatham. He's going to be able to run a long way. 40, 45, out to the 50. Cuts inside now out. The 45, 40, waiting patiently for blockers. Gets tackled from behind at the 41-yard line. Cheatham really deliberate there. Initial burst of speed on the reception. Gets downfield to the next level of the defense. And then he just kind of waits for blockers and picks his way down the field. So brought down at the 41-yard line. First down, Trojans. 4:18 to go as the clock continues to roll. Cheatham stayed in bounds on that play. Nice job there. 3 receivers, Mendoza, Nunez, and Colby. Cheatham in the backfield as he rolls out into the flat. Another pass underneath. He has blockers downfield. Cheatham headed for the far sideline. Cuts inside, makes a move. Cuts outside again. Another juke. Finally forced out of bounds there. Looks at it like it's about the 20-yard line, and the clock will stop as Cheatham goes out of bounds. So Waurika very conscious of the arm strength of Bodie Boyson. All the defensive backs run off with the wide receivers, and Boyson's just flicking it out to the flat where Judge Cheatham's running wild. That's 2 long plays for the Trojan offense. Judge Cheatham getting damage done in the receiving game tonight instead of the running game. So here comes the Trojan offense. Harrison Crow, the center, takes the ball. Bodie Boyson up under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, goes to Ian Easton up the middle. He's upended after about an 8-yard gain. Ian Easton and the Trojan offensive line really doing a great job of keeping the Waurika defense honest and pounding that ball up between the hash marks. Nice job there from Ian. The offensive line just blasting holes there. Beckman, Crow, and Crow doing work in the trenches tonight for OBA. Holden Caldwell in there making some blocks also, number 80. Trojans have the luxury of having some extra bodies, and so they sub a lot. Pass out to the flats to Cheatham. Harry Nunez gets blown up on that block, and Cheatham is brought down at the 10-yard line. It's going to be close enough. It might be a first down. Cheatham was not expecting to have a teammate falling backwards towards him, and so he had to kind of make a cut there, and that gave the defense time to close in a little bit. It's going to be first down Trojans at the 11-yard line. They can get a first down without scoring. 2:55 to go here in the third period. 2 receivers to the near side, none to the far side. Boyson's going to roll to his right, and he's just going to run this one. Jake Colby with the block. Bodie cuts it inside, dives forward, trying to get to the end zone, and he's marked down just shy of the end zone. He's inside the 1-yard line, so we're probably going to see a quarterback sneak on this next play and just pound it up in there as the clock rolls after they move the chains. First down goal to goal for the Trojans. 38-0, 2:30 to go in the third quarter. I would imagine we're going to see a nice tight formation here. Bodie Boyson just grinding forward to try and get this last yard. Maybe a handoff to Easton. We'll see what happens. Yep, Boyson with the keeper, just pounds it forward. And touchdown Trojans. Bodie Boyson with the keeper gets it into the end zone. And with those 6 points, that makes it 44-0. Now we have a coaching decision for Coach Kayot. Do you go for 2 here and risk not making it and continuing play, or do you kick the extra point? Get the 1 point you need for the 45. We'll see what Coach Kayot and the coaching staff. Looks like they're going to kick this one and go for 1 point here and get the 45-point lead. Harry Nunez, reliable kicker for the Trojans. Judge Cheatham is the holder. So they'll go for 1 and try and end this thing with 2:16 to go in the third period. Nunez marks he's ready. Judge Cheatham takes the snap. He gets it down. The kick is up. And it is good. Trojans win 45-0 in the third quarter. The OBA Trojans over the Waurika Eagles 45-0. That's an impressive showing from the top-ranked Trojans here in the second round of the playoffs. Waurika, a formidable opponent, coming off a big win over Southwest Covenant, but the Trojans up to the task tonight, 45-0. They set the tone early, really, tonight. Opening kickoff goes back for a touchdown, and the Trojans never looked back. Likely second-round opponent for the Trojans looks to be Dewar as they lead Pioneer Pleasant Vale, but no way of knowing that for sure. That one's still going on, so we will see if that holds fast. Your OBA Trojans looked really good tonight. There's no sugarcoating it. The Trojans look like a state title contender here in the second round. Now, next week is going to be a tremendous test. Both teams, OBA and Dewar, are undefeated. And currently, other scores from around the state, I'm looking to see how that Dewar Pioneer game is going. Ringling is leading Walters. We might be having some difficulty here with Squirtle because I think I'm seeing basketball scores. So this week was a powerful week for the Trojans. Sorry for the pauses here, folks. I'm just trying to look up the score of Dewar taking on Pioneer Pleasant Vale. It is 32-16. Dewar is leading by 16 points right now. So a great second round matchup for the Trojans as they dispatch the Waurika Eagles. Waurika was game early on, had some strong drives here in the second half, but turnovers just really hurt Waurika here in the second half. And the Trojan defense up to the task, pitching a shutout in the second round of the playoffs, 45-0. So now the Trojans will wait, see what happens in Dewar tonight as Dewar takes on Pioneer Pleasantville. Currently, Dewar leads by 16, but who knows what can happen in 8-man football. The third round games are always neutral site games. And so this will be the final game at Commitment Field this season. Trojans obviously undefeated on the season, so a perfect home record for OBA as they finish their home season with a playoff victory over the Waurika Eagles. Once again, a big, giant thank you to our sponsor for tonight's game, Janssen GMC. Their generous contribution paid for our streaming rights for this game, so we're very thankful for that. Thank you to all of our sponsors, our title sponsors at OBA, our gold sponsors, and our silver and bronze sponsors. Our title sponsors, B&K Propane, Deer Creek Mountain Camp, Enid Pain and Spine, Insurance Services of Northwest Oklahoma, Luck and Bill, and Marsall Enterprises. Our gold sponsors, Atwood's Farm and Home, Janssen GMC, Jenkins Price, and No Man's Land Beef Jerky. Thank you to all of them for their support. And, of course, all of our silver sponsors, bronze sponsors, and spirit sponsors. Lots of thank yous to go around from this OBA athletic program. The Trojans look to keep marching on. A result of the Trojans' victories, OBA basketball season, for those of you who are wondering, OBA basketball season was scheduled to start tonight, but due to football having such a great season, tonight's game with Okarche was postponed. That will be rescheduled to another date later in the season. Right now, the only thing on the calendar sports-wise for the next week will be OBA football next Friday night, taking on the winner of Dewar and Pioneer Pleasantville at a site to be determined later. Usually they try and find a neutral site somewhere between the two schools, so that'll be to be determined. We're not sure where that'll be, but as soon as we do, we'll put it out there on the OBA website and on the OBA Twitter page and all the places you can find information about OBA. So thanks for watching tonight. It's been a great night here at Commitment Field. Make plans for next Friday night. If you can't make it out to the game at a site to be determined, be sure and tune in here at OBATrojans.tv for OBA Trojans football. Thanks a lot, folks. Have a great night.